Hey guys, what's up? I'm in a hurry. Where am I rushing off to? Well, I've got to make a lesson for you guys. It's been a little while, right? Well, I'm back with a new lesson today. I think you guys are gonna like it. So I've got to hurry up and get in here so we can work on some pentatonic scales. Woohoo! Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I gotta hurry. Hey guys, so this is Sean Bird back with a lesson, and today we're going to talk about minor pentatonic scales, how to play them, how to finger them, and a little bit of what's going on musically. So, for this example today, we're going to be in the key of A minor. The way we play a minor pentatonic scale, there are several ways to finger it, but first let's talk about the notes that are involved in playing the minor scale. So we're going to start with A minor. A would be the first note in the minor pentatonic. We'll skip the second note, which would be B, and we'll jump to the third note, which is C. So we're going to play an A, we're going to play a C, which is the minor third, then we're going to play a D, which would be the fourth note. It's a perfect fourth. Then we're going to play the 5, which would be E, perfect fifth. Then we're gonna skip the sixth note, the minor 6, and we're gonna go to the minor 7, which would be G. And then we're gonna play the root again, or the tonic, which would be A. So we've got A, C, D, E, G, A. As far as numbers go, if we're gonna consider the minor root to be the 1, the lowercase I, the 1, the small one, then we have A minor would be 1, C would be the third, so we're playing 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. 1, 7, 5, 4, 3, 1. Those are the 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start over again to the octave. There's your minor pentatonic scale. So really quickly, if you're watching, there's a certain fingering that I'm using to play it in this finger pattern. I'm using my 4th finger, then I'm using my 1st finger. Your 1st finger traditionally, I would say 9 out of 10 times is going to be your shifting finger, the one that you shift position on. Sometimes you'll shift on the 4th finger, but usually it's going to happen on the 1st, and you'll start to see why after you play it a few times. It just kind of makes more sense based upon where you're going next. So we're going to start with the 4th finger and the 1st finger, and those are the only 2 fingers we're going to use to play these pentatonic patterns. The 4th finger, 1st finger, shift, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 4th finger. And if we want to continue on to the next octave, we would do the same thing. 1st finger, shift, 4th finger, and back down. 1st finger, shift, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, shift, 4th finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, shift. So why are we shifting on the 1st finger? Just a couple of reasons. Number one, usually you want to shift to play the following notes that are coming. You want to be in position to play what's coming next. And so the way these pentatonic scales lay out on the bass guitar, just the way it's designed, it's usually put you in the best position to play what's coming next if you shift on that 1st finger. Also, it's usually a stronger finger, so it's a cleaner shift in most cases, but every now and then I'll shift on the 4th finger. It just depends on the effect I want to create. But for the purpose of developing a playing method, a starting point, it's a good starting point to just, as a default go-to. If we're going to play that pentatonic pattern just straight up and down, then we'll start on the fourth finger. Now, if I'm playing a groove starting on the 1 and I'm playing a pentatonic pattern-based groove, I might start on my first finger because I might play the 1, then I might play the octave 1, something of that effect. But as far as for the purpose of playing the scale and just practicing the scale and getting the notes down, a good way to practice that would be just to be consistent on that fingering. I'm playing each note at the front of the fret, which again, I talk about that in some of my other lessons. Always play at the front of the fret, right at the bar, because that's where the note is produced. So we're going to put each finger there and we're going to just practice that pattern. So there's our A minor pentatonic scale. That exact same pattern we could use on any minor pentatonic. We could go up half a step to B flat and play a B flat minor pentatonic. Same pattern, same fingering. Same thing. So let's go back to A minor so we can kind of continue our discussion. So what are some of the ways that you can use the minor pentatonic? There's many bass lines that we could use. Certain bass riffs we've probably heard that are built around a minor pentatonic. And some ways to kind of make it more musical is just to try different patterns of those notes. And then just try to get used to hearing them and singing them. Like what it sounds like to go from the A to the C. From that 1, the minor 1, right? From 1 to the minor third. 1, minor third. What does that sound? Dun, dun, and just kind of sing it to yourself. Dun, dun, right? And we start to hear musical ideas already just based upon what we do rhythmically. Now, have you noticed that pattern I did? I played with the first finger, then switched to the fourth. And so why did I switch then? Why didn't I go boom? Just a cleaner transition. Since that note is there, I want to let it sustain fully and not cut it off by jumping with that finger. So I'll just use the first finger because it's there. It's more ergonomical, I guess you can say, right? And then I can switch. Or I could. It's not a rule, that says you can't switch. But again, when you're starting out and you want to just kind of get these things under your belt, it's a good practice to kind of have a consistent fingering method. That way you just get used to learning it a certain way. But for the most part, you're going to see that I'm using my first finger and my fourth finger. And when I get up here higher on the fretboard, I might switch to the third finger just because of the space breakdown. And then I might switch to the fourth as I get back down into the lower octaves. So that's a tool that you can use, work with that minor pentatonic. There's a lot of things you can do with it. You can create some great bass lines off of that minor pentatonic. Have fun with it, make a groove, and just kind of get those notes under your belt. We want to make sure that things are, clean. So the fingering is going to help a lot with making sure everything comes out clean and pronounced. Really position those fingers at the front of the fret. And have some fun with that minor pentatonic.